led by What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, y'all? Welcome to another special edition of the College Basketball Hangout for our Final Four that's starts tonight. I think it's 6:05, 6:09, something like that Eastern. And we're going to talk about the games today. We'll talk a little bit about the women. We had a couple really good games last night. They'll be facing off for the championship on Sunday. And I've got guest on today, stellar CBB capper, MLB capper. He's been killing it in college basketball. If y'all been following him, my guy, my brother, Tommy Gunn. What's good, bro?
What's happening? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? How's everybody doing? How you doing there, Tease?
Good,
Good
man.
to
I'm
see you.
good.
Good
I'm
to see
good.
you. Yeah, I agree, Handicap. That intro was sick. I got to get myself an intro like that, man. That thing, I was just thinking that. I'm like, shit, that shit was dope.
Yeah.
That's what happens, man. Tease and DJ behind the scenes. You got to keep your eye on them, man.
Yeah, I just don't know where my background's at, man. So
what the Oh, I gotcha.
I
Yeah,
got no I
yeah.
got
We
no
had an issue. There was some kind of technical issue where we lost all the backgrounds,
yeah.
and I don't know what the hell happened, but whatever,
I thought
technical
we
issues.
Yeah, I thought we had it fixed, but I guess we didn't.
Who knows? Unless he
So
had to, I think he had to re-add him. But anyhow,
yeah.
so how you doing, man? Long basketball season coming to an end. The
Yeah,
Final
I did.
Four is a good one. No
Yeah.
number ones, no number twos, no number threes. This looks like might be a microcosm of college basketball, man, coming in the future. It might not be such dominant teams no more. It could be anybody's team, man. These middle of the road teams this year did really well, as we could see. And I don't know. I don't know if it's the NIL going to make a difference with these guys getting paid and maybe they stick around longer.
Yeah.
I kept on hearing things about Miami, which I think is just sour grapes. How they basically bought their backcourt because those two dudes are making a bunch of money. Miami's backcourt. But so what? I mean, they
You
should
got
be getting paid.
you got guys that are staying 5 years,
That's
man.
ridiculous. Which
They're
team
like in
had
their
that one kid
30s.
that was 26?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot which team that was. Maybe it was Princeton or
I
somebody had a 26-year-old. I was like, Jesus
I
Christ, man.
remember Florida State had that Chris Wenke back in the day, man,
That
26,
was a while
27.
ago. Yeah, yeah.
That's hilarious.
Oh man.
But yeah, I mean, I had a really good college basketball season, man. I'm really surprised and happy. You know, it's been good. It's been really good. So, I needed it because I got the little break coming up with WNBA not starting till May. So I'll be leaning on the OG cappers, man, to pick up the slack and put some money in my pocket. But
Your little yeah, I hear you, man. There you go. I
what do
thought
you
I was
got?
too
What do you
bright.
got? What are you liking today, Dom?
I put at the beginning of the week. I did a. I've been you know me. I'm not a big parlay guy, but I've been doing them in the college basketball,
Hmm.
and in these last couple weeks with the Sweet 16 and the Elite Eights, I've been doing a lot of parlays, like from one game to a couple days later to another game, and it's been working out. And I've just been keying everything with UConn every which way for the last couple of weeks. And again today, I got a couple parlays ending with UConn. The one I have, I took a three-teamer at the beginning of the week with UAB. I took that UAB over, which at 128, and it ended up at 129. So once
Mm.
in a while, you get the luck on your side. You don't lose by that damn point. But I had UAB. I got FAU +2, and I got UConn money line -240. But that was a +640. That was a +640 parlay. So we'll see what happens if FAU covers the 2 points. Maybe I'll throw a little money on Miami and just guarantee myself, a free roll or whatever. We'll see what happens. But I kind
Yeah.
of like FAU. I still kind of like FAU. I mean, listen, San Diego State. At this point, I guess you can make a case for any team, even Miami. I mean, UConn could lose this game too, right? We could make a case for any team at this point of the year. But I like FAU, man. They still haven't lost a game at all. I mean, and I like their size. I just like them, and I think everybody's loving San Diego State. Um, and the money split seemed to be favoring San Diego State, but the line never really moved. So we'll see
Well,
what happens. I mean, it's a 2 point game, so I read a stat today that in these final four games, something like 70-75% of the time the team wins, the point spread has nothing to do with the game, and I could see that.
yeah.
You figure
Well, I'm
UConn's going to lose or win big, and there's a 2 point game, 2.5. So
I just want to give a shout out to my guy Otto, Mike Benson, G Martinez. What's
what's
good,
up, G?
bro? Long time no see. KD, what's good, Kendall? And my brother down here, Luis from Colorado. What's good, fellas? We got the W tipping off May 19th. I'm gonna try and assemble the boys and do a little preseason thing. We'll get that rocking. I was up late last night, man. Actually, I didn't go to bed till like 9:30 this morning. So I was like capping games and went and put my plays in, you know. And there's something that I'll talk about towards the end of the show. But I put in these are the games that I got today, man. These are the plays I got. I got San Diego State first half -1.5 at -102 at FanDuel. Um, I
Let's
just
see
think
here.
that the way that I have this set up, man, I have it set up. It's a tale of two halves. I think we get San Diego State comes out and FAU adjusts, and then I took them on the money line for +122 to win the
It's gonna
game.
be a good money. I think it's gonna be a good live betting games. These games today. I think they're gonna have a lot of good opportunities to get ourselves in some good bets, even both ways.
I'm kind of feeling the over, man.
Yeah,
I
me
was
too.
I was
Me
looking
too. And I
closer
got
to.
burned last. I took the over last San Diego State game. I took the over for the first time after we both of us were banging the unders, but it didn't work out. But you know what? I almost think like the first half could be an under, and then the full game could be over. That's another total that never really changed. And if you look at the betting splits, it's all favoring the under, but it hasn't really changed.
Yeah, it's 130.5 at FanDuel, and
Oh,
I
it
got
is.
another I got another total pulled up that I'm going to tell you to slam. But
Good old fucking FanDuel, right?
yeah, and then one
Um,
thirty and a half at Caesars. So I mean,
see,
if I'm
I got
looking
one
at
thirty
this,
one.
I'm kind of looking at the second half because, like I said, like you just said, the first half under. That's where I'm kind of leaning, and that's at 59, man. And I'm thinking this game could be tight enough that there's a good shot. This could be an OT type of game, man. So I think I'm looking at this total in the second half at 70.5 at Caesars. And it's
Oh,
juice
you
to
oh
the
you mean taking it now, right? I
yeah,
got you.
yeah.
I got you.
But
I
then again,
mean,
if it stays under, it's probably more beneficial for me to take it in game. So
see, that's what I was thinking about. Now, if to take a pre-flop bet and then try to work off that with the live, like if we start off with the under 131 and bet online has at 131 still. If say we take the under starting the game and it starts out slow and that thing gets knocked down to 118, 120 like that, we could take it the other way,
yeah.
have a nice little 10 point, 12, 15 point middle. That's the only way I would do anything like that with some kind of middle if it was 10, 15, 20 points.
Well,
I've tried it a couple times this year. Won a couple, lost a couple, but
what's up, Nasty Nate? What's
it's
good,
always
bro?
fun doing that.
Yeah, I think I learned my
Mr.
lesson though.
Trifecta.
I learned my lesson with the second halves, man. With that Wisconsin bet last week, man, I was totally ass backwards. I bet the second half over, and Wisconsin scored 13 points in the second half. They scored 70 in the first half, and like
Amazing.
30 something in the second half. I was like, oh man, I was so mad,
It
dude.
was. I turned that game off. I had under 115, and I turned the game off at the half, saying, "Well, just chalk that one up for a loss. I don't even want to watch the rest of it. And I know me and you were talking about it at the end of the game. Like, I can't believe that it's fucking.
It was dude, I had such a shitty week last week. It was
It
like
was so bad.
everything I bet lost last week. It was like, what the fuck,
Oh
man?
God. That's
So
it, man. Hey, listen, that's the name of the game is how do we survive those weeks that we all have, right? How do
yeah,
we get through those
absolutely.
weeks that limiting the damage on those weeks because we're all gonna have them,
I
you
think it's
know?
hilarious. I think it's hilarious though because you got these Twitter and their followers and everything, man, and everybody like, you get people that jump ship when you lose 2 games. Whoop.
Yeah. You
I
know
think
what
it's
I
funny as
say?
hell.
Jump ship. I hope you drown.
I don't care, man. I mean, I
No,
love
I
my
hope you drown. Jump down. You know me. I care least about that stuff. I don't even
yeah,
care. I mean, listen. Those people that do that stuff are the people that'll never put out a play in their life. They just
yeah.
rather go after everybody else, you know. But that's the name of the game with Twitter. And that's the name of the
Mhm.
game that we're in. So, what the hell?
Well, I mean,
We
I
take
think
the
I'm a
good with the
solid
bad, right?
capper. If you
Most of
follow
the
me,
time, people like us, right?
yeah,
It's
it,
positive most of the time. It'll get boring if everybody loved us.
yeah. I have great followers. So if you want to
Hell yeah.
jump ship, man. I love every single one of my followers. They're fucking awesome, man. They've never trolled me, never gave me shit when I lost.
Yeah, no.
Always pick up DMs, man. They're fucking awesome. Send tips and shit, man. It's like, man, they're so great. So anyway, yeah, so are we lined up here with FAU? Do you like them with the spread, the money
I
line full
took
game?
FAU +2 at the beginning of the
Okay.
week. I could have took them at 2.5 now, so we'll see what happens. But like I said, I don't think the points matter. Whoever you like, the team you
Yeah,
like is the team you bet today.
yeah, that's
You
what I'm
know,
thinking
that's
as
that's
well.
just the name of the game. I mean, UConn, that game has stayed at 5.5 all week. The only thing that went up was the money line a little bit. It was 235. Now I'm seeing 250. But you know, like I said, that's coming at the end of the year. It is who it is. It is what it is. What do you guys got in the chat? Who there's I mean, listen. The problem with San Diego State, and this is the one thing I didn't look at with FAU. San Diego State has just crushed these other teams with their 3 points. I mean, Creighton was 2 for 17. I mean, they have held down teams. You can't get your 3 point shots off that damn team. It's amazing. But that's one thing that but FAU doesn't look like it really depends on the three as much as some other teams. Um, and is San Diego State going to play the game like they played last week? Just hand checking the whole game, and then get the call at the end of the game, which
Yeah,
I'm
I
still
hope
annoyed about. I'm
I
still
hope
annoyed
we don't
about
have
that.
we don't have loose whistles here, man, in either of these games, any of these games this weekend. I hate
Oh
loose
man,
whistles. I hate games that are decided by whistles, man. Oh, they piss
listen,
me off
that
so bad.
Creighton game should have been an OT game.
Yeah.
That Creighton game, and that's the game I bet the San Diego State over too. So, and
Oh,
um, and
G
that just
Martinez is
game should have
on.
went to overtime. That was such a good game. That whistle shouldn't have been blown. And yes, it was a foul, but they were doing that the whole game. San Diego State
Yeah.
plays like that, and of course, since that play, they've been showing a million times that San Diego State does that. But they're a great team, man. They're a good team, San Diego State. Yeah, there's nothing you can say about them. I wouldn't be surprised at all if they won today. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
G Martinez is on the Aztecs, it
Yeah,
looks like,
yeah. I don't
man. I
blame
don't
him.
like to see that, man. G's not a bad capper, bro. I
Listen,
don't
so
like
what?
to
It's
be on
it's
the
one
other
game,
side of
man. We
him.
gotta, most of the people are on San Diego State. They're the darlings right now. They're the underdog darlings. So and they deserve it. They deserve it. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
We're gonna
I was looking for. We'll see what. Yeah, like I said, we'll see what happens. I would listen if FAU goes up a little bit early, like a nice little swing early, goes up 6, 8 points. I'll jump on San Diego State on a live bet. You know
yeah.
what do you
Um
got?
Cam, we're gonna talk about this last game at the end. That way Dom could jet out if he wants, or he can add his 2 cents on it. But I've got a lot to say about that W or the
About what?
NCAA women.
Oh, about the
No,
women's game. So tell us. So yeah, I'm here. Last night, I just read about those games. There were some good games last night. So now the finals are tomorrow, right?
yeah, tomorrow at 3:30 Eastern.
Three
But
thirty Eastern.
let's get into this. Let's get into the second game here real quick.
Go ahead. I'm
The
with you.
UConn game. I think this is probably a really good game, and on the surface, I really think you see on the surface, you look at this game and you think over, don't you?
Yeah, I think over, and I think that
I think that's wrong.
I think because Miami's points have been they've been scoring and scoring a lot of points, but UConn's defense is really what kept them in a lot of these games this year.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know if Miami's going to have their way so much like they've had
Oh no, no.
with other teams. UConn's a tough team. That one kid on Miami, man, when they played Texas, he got in some foul trouble early. Omir, he
Yeah,
got in
Amir.
some
Yeah,
foul trouble early, man. If he does that against UConn, they're done. I
yeah.
mean, vice versa. UConn's big boy can't get in. He's a tank. That kid, man.
Oh yeah, Mondo, man. He's
That kid is a friggin' like a wall.
he,
It's like a
I'm,
brick wall. That kid.
and they've been fasting. A couple of them have been fasting for Ramadan this the Final Four. So, um, Adama Sanago. I think that's going to be an interesting matchup, man, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. Sadongo's big inside, and I'm wondering. And Danny Hurley's a good coach, and I think he'll try and have Sadongo bait Omir and try and
Try to
pull him
get
out of this
some
game.
fouls on him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that, man. And I'm looking forward to watching this game. In all honesty, I've got, I've got it in my pocket already. I've got UConn first half -2.5, and I got that this morning at FanDuel at 3 a.m. -114, and I haven't touched the total yet, but I'm really thinking this could be a first half over full game under type of
What's up
total.
with this?
The first half total in this game is 70. And I think actually no, the one I'm looking at that, man, that's too high. I think 70 is too high, man.
And the full game is 149
Yeah.
still.
And I think both of them could be under games, man. In all honesty. I think 78 for the second half. The
Yeah, I
pre-flop
don't.
is 78 and
I'm
a
not
half.
big on betting those second halves until you know what I do. I just wait
Yeah,
till
no,
there's
I
a
hear
minute
you.
left, and that's just my way of doing it. But I hear you. Yeah, 149 and a half it opened up at. Now it's 149 still. The 5.5 stayed pretty much. I mean, yeah, Miami, man. Miami. I was actually 20. Miami was such a surprise team this year. I
Yeah.
mean, it just seems like out of nowhere, there they were. You know, 8-2 their last 10, 22-14 against the spread. That ain't shabby, and they've been scoring a lot of points. I've had a couple of those team total overs that were good with trying to get the splits up, but my internet keeps on cutting out on this.
Dom play, I can't talk you off of that, man, because I already have it in my pocket. But I'd love to know what book you use, bro. You get the best fucking numbers, man. Are you buying points or what? What's the deal with that? Um,
He might be using offshore.
you're gonna
Telling you,
get
man, these fucking
you're gonna,
American bookies are the worst.
you're gonna get
I'm
him,
telling
G.
you.
We got another what is it? 1930. We got another 49 more days, man, and you'll get your labs. Trust me. But I'm gonna be better this year. I promise you. I'll be better this year.
When does the season start? In May?
May 19th is the
Oh,
first
beautiful.
game. You know what I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to? I'm looking forward to seeing the Liberty play the whatchamacallit, the Washington in the first game, the Mystics. I think that's going to be a good game, man. And I'm going to tell you right now, I think I'm going to be on the Mystics. I'm hoping I get double digits in that. I doubt it, but it'd be nice.
Well, it seems like Liberty is everybody's darling so far this year.
Who's that?
Everybody's talking about the Liberty. Let's see
Oh
what
man,
happens.
they just build a super squad, man. The
Yeah,
best
they
part
sure
about
did.
that Dom is I got them plus 950 when they brought John Carl Jones in from Connecticut. I jumped on a future for plus 950 for $100, and then 3 days later they're bringing in Vandersloot and Brianna Stewart, and I'm like, oh yeah,
Yeah, they made some moves, man. Reminds me of years ago when they first started out. They had all those superstars.
what are
I
you
used to
doing there,
take
man?
my
Checking the air
daughter to those
temperature?
games.
What are you
Huh?
checking the air temperature, man?
I'm trying to get the fan on. The damn remote. This damn. I think maybe the battery's off. I'm trying to get the. It controls the fan on up there, but something's wrong. I'm having technical issues today.
Don play, man. We casted them
What's up,
LSU
Don?
girls. We sure as hell did, man. I loved it, man. I had them parlayed up with Iowa
What's up, yo?
and DJ's friggin' XFL play and parlayed up. Man, I had them parlayed up, had them straight. I was casting them all left and right, man. I had a good night last night. Made up, didn't quite make up for the full week, but we're close. um, all right. So yeah, I'm on UConn first half. I think
Get these lines up.
Danny Hurley's a good coach, man.
He sure is. He sure is. He's Listen, that wasn't a that's a that was a wasn't an easy program to take over, and he's done well, you know. And
Yeah,
you know, taking over dynasties are tough, man. You
I
know, when
wish
you're a
I
coach
wish
taking over dynasties, that's not easy.
I wish Maxwell Smart was in here, man, so he could start running off some comments to us. But he's mad at me since I bet against the Huskies first half or something a game or two ago.
I haven't talked to Max in a long time. I don't. He hasn't
But
been on. Good old Max. Good guy, man.
we're
Good guy.
talking coaching, in this matchup, and I have to be honest, man. I think we're pretty even here, man. I love
But the
Danny Hurley
coach,
as a coach, but Jim
yeah,
Laranga is a
yeah, bro. That guy Laranger is like again. He's another guy that everyone's talking
yeah.
about now. You know,
I
he
mean,
another guy. He's done great with that program. I mean, he's been there for. I mean, he's really built that program. He's done great.
yeah,
All right,
absolutely.
let's see here.
I mean, he
What do we
he's
got
been,
here?
he's been around the block a little bit. He was with that George Mason team that went to the Final Four, I believe. He was the coach of that, wasn't he?
Yeah, yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He was. And
So
um and there was a couple similarities with that game, and I don't know if it was last game that they beat a number one going in. There's a lot of similarities with George Mason and Miami this year with him.
well, I mean, speaking of uh, Larinaga, so I don't mess his
Good
name up.
Jewish name.
Because look, G's already laughing at me, man. um, it's the speaking of Larinaga, I kind of give him the edge here, man. I kind of give him the edge, and I took UConn first half, but I I went the other way on the full game, man. Same as the last game. I think it's a tale of two halves, and I took him plus the 5.5. I really want to take him plus the money line, and I might get there with that,
You'll
but
take Miami?
yeah, but I'm
Yeah, I think
comfortable with the
UConn
five
wins
and
by
a half.
10 easy.
But I'm comfortable.
I think I've been listen. I can't get over UConn. I've been riding them like I've been just riding them every which way and just cashing with them. And I don't plan on going away from them today. Even though I didn't take the money line, I got a couple parlays with that minus 240. But I think they're gonna. I think Miami's in trouble with this team. UConn though UConn does have some shaky first halves, and they've done
Yeah.
that throughout this tournament. And I mean, if anything, if I'm gonna take Miami, I'm gonna take them first half and then see what happens. You might be able to get Miami at a better price too than 5.5 if you really do like them.
I think it's been.
Because you think you know UConn's gonna go on a run. They're both gonna go on runs, but
I think it's
you
the
don't
other way
know, man.
around, Dom. I think Miami's been the shaky first half team
No,
and
UConn
making the
has too, man. They
comebacks.
almost lost. UConn almost lost two of those first. They did lose two of those first halves, but listen, that's why they play the game, right?
Yeah,
But if you ask me, if I had to take a point spread, I would take the points with UConn, and I did take the points with FAU. If there's your answer, Don.
and
I'm against San Diego State. Yes.
and Dom, yeah, we were both liking that under 60. It's at 59 now, but we were both thinking under there. I haven't
Let's see what
taken
we
it.
got
I
over
don't think
here.
Dom's taking it either.
You
I
know,
think
I
this
just
is
think it's a
something.
great game to play live,
Yeah,
and if anything, I would take the full game and try to work off of that. You know, I think it's going to start out slow though.
absolutely, absolutely. I think so as well. All
I
right,
think
well
it's
let's
going to
get
start out slow. So we'll
let's
see what
let's
happens. Some great games. Listen, we don't know if we're going to be around, but if we're around, we'll tweet it out or something. Maybe we could come back on and we could do a live sweat with UConn game tonight. If
yeah.
everybody's around, if no one else is doing nothing, and you're going to watch the game, we could hook something up and try to catch some plays together.
And if
That's
we
what
could
it's all about.
if we could keep Ixnazil off the bottle, man, he'd be good to have on here.
He's at a wedding today, so
Okay. Oh, he's gonna be
either,
three
yeah,
sheets.
yeah, no. So that's a problem.
Yeah,
Either the good news is that he's at a wedding and maybe he won't come home because if he comes home early from if this wedding was like an afternoon one, then we're in trouble.
yeah, yeah. You ain't lying.
I told him
Love
there's
that
nothing
guy.
like a. My advice to him was there was nothing like a drunk bridesmaid. I told
No, I love that guy, man. He's great, man.
Don,
But
play. You're on the way to the. What casino are you on your way to, Don? Where do you live at? Oh, you're in Vegas. That's right. What casino do you like to go to? South Point? Where do you go? Where's all those big lines? So let's see if anything changed before we. Let's see if anything changed with this money
I think
in these
everything's
betting
pretty locked
splits.
in, man.
What was that?
I think everything's pretty locked in. I think we'll get it if we see any changing because these lines have been out all week. Um,
These lines have been out all week, and you want to know something, man? Not much has changed.
yeah,
Not much has changed, man. So that's
Boomtown,
interesting. That's interesting.
Boomtown. Don plays on the Clippers today, man.
Oh, you go to
Can't fuck with
Boomtown. You
those
go
Clippers,
to the
man.
local spot. There you go.
I can't
That's
fuck
where the
with those
local boys
Clippers.
go. I never
Look.
been to that one. I never been to
All
that
right,
one.
let's move
Go
on.
ahead.
Let's move on to
Talk
this
to
game
us.
here. And people aren't going to agree with me. And I'll tell you what, man, this game when it opened up at 1.5. Iowa was minus 1.5. It's up to 3.5 now. I'm telling you
Wow.
right now, all that public money is going to come in on Iowa. I see this game closing at around 4.5, 5. And that's when I'm gonna stomp it, man. That's why I haven't posted it yet, because I don't have it in my pocket yet. Once I get it in my pocket, I'll post it. But I'm taking LSU.
So you're
LSU.
taking LSU, and your feeling is that which I mean, listen, you're the only one I go to when it comes to college girls. I mean, you're the one that I mean, listen, you're the expert with this stuff. So you're saying that the Iowa's became the public play, and that you still think it's going to go. I mean, it went up already from 1.5. That's pretty. That's a big significant jump
Yeah,
already.
and it went up in a couple hours.
Wow,
It was released around 12:30, 1 o'clock in the
wow.
morning Eastern,
So
and
if you
by
can get a
9.
five number, you're loving to see a five number, right?
Oh yeah,
You'd be
oh
loving
yeah.
to see a five,
I'm gonna hit
but
them on the
even a
money line
four,
too.
right?
What's that?
What was that? Even a
I'm,
four, you're happy with? You're
I
taking LSU, even if the line stays the same.
yeah,
That's my question. All right.
yeah.
So
I
there's
would.
your answer, fellas.
I was gonna take them at 1.5 too,
I
but
got you. Okay.
I'm gonna hit them on the money line. I think LSU wins this game.
That's
And
beautiful. And
you
how
know,
come?
I went over this with some people last night that were arguing back and forth with me on Twitter. Um,
Yeah.
through in chat groups and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, Caitlin Clark's the truth, this and that, blah blah blah. I was really disappointed. I had Iowa first half. I knew Iowa was going to be there first half. I thought Dawn Staley was being a Philly guy, Dawn Staley, Philly girl, and her history. I thought for sure she would be able to make the adjustments and be able to isolate and take Caitlin Clark out of the game, but she wasn't able to. I don't know if it was her coaching, or her team just didn't have the talent to do it. But they are a pretty good defensive team in South Carolina,
Come on.
so
Get a couple runs in here.
I don't understand. But we're not gonna get that. We've got totally different types of teams here than South Carolina. And I was telling everybody LSU's a year away, but that was on the pretense that South Carolina was going to come out of that
That's the team I
final
kept on
four.
hearing about as a novice and as somebody just reading about it. Oh, and I read about it only because I know you're into it, so I could talk to you about it. Yeah, it seemed like everybody was on. South Carolina was everybody loved that team, right? They were like Alabama or Houston,
Yeah.
and we know what happened with those teams
Well, I took
on the men's side.
on Thursday. I took the field. It was really messed up too, because you know you have South Carolina, and then you have the field. And then some books just offer the field. Well, FanDuel offered every single team, so I took LSU plus 650 to win the chip. I took Iowa plus 850 to win the chip, and Virginia Tech plus 900 to win the chip. And I took them all for $50. You know what I mean? So I spent $150. I'm going to win at least 325 on this. So I'm happy there. So I'm not going to be mad if if Iowa wins because I'm going to win 450. So but at the same time, I just don't think that they. I don't think that they. I just can't see. You got to understand, man. Caitlin Clark has had the best games of any woman ever in this tournament, and she's had a season. Her whole season's been this way, but there's been letdowns, and you're not going to shoot. You're not going to shoot. You're not going to be 82% of your team's offense every fucking game, man. It's not going to happen, man. You're running across a coach in LSU, a Kim Mulkey, who took Baylor from the fucking cellar into a national powerhouse. This is her second year at LSU. They were a 9-win team when she took over. You're going to tell me that this isn't the best women's coach in the nation? Fuck yeah, she is, man. And she's going to have an answer for Caitlin Clark. Yes, Caitlin Clark can shoot. She can do this. She can do that. But Kim Mulkey's going to figure out a way to take her away. If not eliminate her, but take away some of her production. And they have the guard play in the defense in Katira Poole and um Floje Johnson to be able to do that. And the key is going to be Alexis Moore, aka Lex Luthor, hitting some threes, and you're going to have Angel Reese, the Bayou Barbie, just locking it down in the interior. So I'm expecting Angel Reese and Alexis Moore to have good offensive games. And the only question I have is, are they gonna foul out Floje Johnson and Katira Poole? Are the refs going to allow them to play, or are they going to be ticky tack like they were in the Sweet 16 and the girls fouled out and LSU didn't cover? So
This total 160 I'm seeing is a total.
yeah.
Don't they
Oh yeah,
play
that's another thing.
defense?
I'm going to slam the fuck out of that under, man.
Yeah, 160 is high, man.
Yeah, it's way high.
The first half piece I got at minus 110 either way. I got 77 on Bet Online for the first half and 160 both at 110 for the total. But they got the line at 3 on Bet Online. They got plus 3 minus 108, minus 3 minus 112. LSU plus 135 they got.
Hold on, what they got? Say it again.
Bet Online has the money line has LSU plus 135
Okay.
and the spread is plus 3 minus 108, so it went down a little.
Yeah.
Maybe some LSU maybe took a little bit of late money.
Caesars has them at plus 140, but FanDuel has them at plus 122. So there's big
Wow.
discrepancies. Big
Jesus.
discrepancies. But the lines are the same, 3.5.
Okay. Well, they got 3 here on Bet Online. Bet Online has 3. I'm gonna go to the. Let me see if I go to the splits and see if they're up there. We could check that out. So this, you think that 160 is too
I think it's way too high, man. This
way
game,
too
this
high?
game at the most is going to be like 157, 155, and that's if it even gets that high. Because you got to remember, like I'm saying, Mulkey's going to figure out a way, and as long as the refs keep their whistles in their fucking pockets, man,
Ugh.
this is going to be a good game. And I think that they're going to slow Caitlin Clark down, and you do that, and that
Well,
game
that
does
has to
not
be
get
their
to
game plan,
150.
right? Is it? I mean, they got that. They want to take her out. You can't take her out,
Nah,
right?
you can't
But
take it.
they want to slow her down,
Yeah,
basically, right?
yeah, they'll slow her
I
down.
got you.
And
I
this
got
game,
you.
there's no way this game gets to 160. You, you know,
Wow.
LSU's too good defensively, and they're not the best shooters in the world, man. You know, they can shoot, they can score, but they're not a 70 plus point team. You know what I mean?
And there's always that. I mean, listen. There's always that thing. It's a final. It's a final game. It's a championship. Oh no, it's a championship game, right?
Yeah,
So a little nerves, come out slow a little bit. A slow first 5, 6, 7 minutes. That's all you really need to keep a score under 160, right?
yeah, yeah.
Thinking
And
about
and,
it, if you think
and the
about it,
pace, I don't think the pace is going to be there.
gotcha.
There it is.
Interesting,
D
man.
Martinez, Moki money line. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
Interesting plays, man. I
I'm
like
with
it.
you.
I like it. Let's see if I get a split up there for you. I'm on this Toronto game over 7.5. It's 3-1 Cardinals, top of the eighth. and the Blue Jays got 2 men on base. They got 1 run in. We need the Blue Jays to tie this game up for me. That's what we need.
I don't know.
Um,
Cam over here is liking the Iowa. He's got Iowa -2 in his pocket. He's going to try and middle it. Man, that's. I mean, I can see it being middle. I can see this being a one possession game, but I don't think Iowa's on that side of it though.
so you got Iowa -2. He says right. So he's really looking for is a nice little LSU start out a little hot and get a better line for Iowa. Then right, get like a plus number. I
I
mean,
think it.
how do you middle that? That's the only way, right?
Well, I think he's talking about pre-flop.
Okay, gotcha. Oh,
Um,
okay. Well, if you can see a 3.5, is it worth buying a point to 4, and then you got 2 and 4? That's not enough middle for me. But the only time I middle games is if it's live and I can get a 10, 15 point swing. Then I'll try to take a middle. But sometimes you just lose. You would have won the bet and you're giving up. It's tricky. If it was that easy, we'd all be rich, right?
yeah, yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
let's face it. It
I,
sounds good sometimes middling and you fuck yourself, but
Don says I got him so hyped up, man. I'm really hyped up to watch this game. I'm hyped up to watch this game, man.
it's
I
easy to
was,
get you hyped up, Don. That's why we
I,
love you.
I really want to watch it. JT, what's good, brother? What's good, man? Oh man, so yeah, that's where I stand on this game, man. I have to go with the coaching. Um, Kim Mulkey, she when you it's just amazing. 2 years going and leaving Baylor, and she, by the way, she had job offers for South Carolina. You believe that they were going to replace Dawn Staley with her, but she ended up going home. She started out with Louisiana Tech, I think, or was it Louisiana Tech? I can't remember. I want to say it was the Lady Texters, but I'm not positive. But she's from her hometown is her home state is Louisiana, so she went home to Louisiana, and I just think she's the better coach here, man. She, two seasons. We're talking. So what's that? A total of 60 games, and she's got this team from 9 wins to a national championship. That's fucking insane, man. I mean, it's just insane. This is a quote from Alexis Morris. I watched the game and I'm watching them guard South Carolina. Morris said,
Right.
I don't think they can guard us that way. I don't think you can leave me open on the perimeter with the right or leave us open on the perimeter. Me personally, and I agree. And Kateri Poole as well, man. She can shoot that three. I find it very disrespectful. So I'm going to take that personally going into the game. You're going to have to guard us. That's just a competitor in me. I love it, man. I love it. They don't call her Lex Luthor for nothing.
Oh,
So
okay. I like that. Yeah, I like that. I mean, I know nothing about it too. So, like I said, I'm coming at it from a real novice way of looking at it, and I love to hear something a coach talking like that, man.
no, that's a player.
I mean, the player talking
Yeah,
like that. I love that. I take it personal. I love that, man. That's cool. That's very
yeah.
good.
So I mean, and that with Mulkey, I
I
mean,
love that name.
she was so pissed at that Miami game. LSU scored 1 3-pointer in that game. Nothing was falling, but Kateri Poole got into early foul trouble and couldn't play the whole first half. That's the only thing I'm worried about, man. I'm worried about them being physical with Caitlin Clark, and then the refs just going, blowing the whistle for the National Player of the Year, for the Naismith Player of the Year, man. And I'm worried about that. But
Ugh.
if they can stay out of foul trouble, I don't see LSU. I don't see Iowa winning this game, man. I just can't see it, man. And I'm hoping that more money comes in on Iowa. I'm hoping the public's like, oh, Caitlin Clark, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
Bring it, bring the money,
she's
bring the
a
money.
name, right? Like she's a name that even I know, right? So like
Yeah,
the person that doesn't really they know those names, Like back in the day, everybody knew a Dawn Staley and a Teresa Weatherspoon and
yeah.
Lobo. Everybody knew those names, so
Girl
I get
swoops,
you. Lisa Leslie,
girl swoops, girl
yep.
swoops. I mean that's a record that Caitlin Clark's beat. The last person to score 40 plus back-to-back games was Cheryl Swoops. Well, Caitlin Clark's did it 3 games in a row. She had a freaking triple double in the Elite Eight. What the hell, man? With 40 points, the first only girl to ever do that.
We used to have fun, man. My daughter played ball and all through like junior high, high school. she even started like in sixth, seventh grade, but whatever. So we used to go to the Liberty games. That was the thing coming up, and it was cheap as hell to go to the games, especially back then. They were like $15. You'd be sitting 10 rows behind the basket. It was great. So we
Yeah.
got to. I really started enjoying it, and I remember saying it like we would all go. The whole family would go, and I remember saying it to my mother-in-law one day. Like one day, I'm telling you, you're gonna be able to bet on this. I'm telling you. And everybody's like, "Nah, there's no way." I'm telling you, if this league could keep its head above water, sooner or later they'll get to betting, and when they get to betting, it'll catch on, and that's great, man. We should do is go to a Mystics game at Mohegan Sun. I should meet you there. That'd
Oh,
be
I'd
a
love
good
to.
yeah, because they play at Mohegan still, right? Don't they?
Yeah, it might be. It might actually be closer to go down to the Elizabeth Center in DC, man. To be honest with you.
DC isn't closer than no, it ain't closer to me, man.
Oh yeah,
Washington
Connecticut.
DC, man, is like 5 hours away from me, 4 or 5
Yeah,
hours
that's
away.
Connecticut for me.
It is. Oh, I didn't
Probably.
realize that.
Actually,
I
you know
didn't
what?
realize. So
Massachusetts, Boston's like 5 hours from me. My bad.
yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. I got to go through Connecticut, through Rhode Island to get to Boston. Um, there's what teams are in Philly? There's no.
No teams in Philly. We're on the list, man. They're doing expansion. We're on the list. We should be able. I'm hoping to get a team next year, and that's what I'm thinking that Dawn Staley's going to leave South Carolina and come to Philly, man. If they end up getting a
handicap. You
team.
live over there? Handicap to cap. Yeah,
No, he
Uncasville. I go to Foxwoods a lot. Handicap.
that's
I'm in Long
Otto. He
Island. I'm in New York on Long Island. I'm like by Belmont Racetrack. 140 miles from my door to Foxwoods' door. Same as Atlantic City. I'm 140 miles away to both. So
yeah.
that's a good.
Otto's
Yeah.
from Connecticut. He was living
Oh,
in
we
Vegas.
we have a meetup over there then, man.
Well, no,
We
he
have a
doesn't live
meetup.
there now. He moved to
Okay.
Vegas, and then he just got a job as a supervisor in Cleveland, man. So I hooked him up with Ixnizzle.
Oh, okay. You're in Cleveland now, huh? We're gonna take a trip to Cleveland in a little bit. I want to go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I've been wanting to go for a while. I was gonna go before the fucking COVID shit, and then we never went. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go visit our boy Ixnizzle. You know what I just noticed in my, I, I was hanging up my pictures again, and look, Tease, I have. You ever see John Lennon with a Who-Bangin hat on top?
Oh, I thought that was Hitler.
Some people thought he was Hitler, John Lennon. Yes, that's an old that's an old John Lennon for. Look at that sucker. That's a good
Okay,
one,
all
man.
right, nice.
There you can see him. That was the plastic Ono days after the Beatles.
Well, I don't got
Yeah.
any of the new Who Banging swag because I miss San Antonio, but
No, me either.
I hear your package is on the way though.
Yeah, I have a couple packages on the way, but that's it. We'll talk
I
about that
see
off.
that.
Yeah.
I know that. I
Yeah,
know
my
that.
other
I know that
picture.
for a fact.
Come on, who's that, guys? Come on, somebody got to be old rocker like
I
me.
want to say Roger Waters, but I don't know.
No, Carlos Santana,
Is it? Oh, go, let me see.
the
Let me see
legend.
that again.
It's probably from the '80s. Look at that.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I see it
Look at
now.
that face.
I
Come
see
on,
it
man.
now.
That's my
Yeah,
boy right there.
yeah.
I had these
I
pictures
like
out because
Santana.
yeah, me too. I had
Brian
these pictures.
Stevens, man, good to see you, bro. Yeah, bro. You can just rewatch. We broke down the women's game.
Yeah,
I did it the best I could, man, and
this was like
we'll see what happens.
impromptu. We jumped on impromptu. Talked about the Final Four games tonight. Talked about the girls' game tomorrow. If anybody's around tonight, look on our Twitter. We'll announce it beforehand. Maybe we'll come on and we'll see if we can grab some live bets during the UConn game. Maybe we could cash in. We'll see. Maybe we can. But definitely that game tomorrow. Now the girls is what time? 3:30.
Three
You got me
thirty, three
interested in
thirty
that game
Eastern.
now.
Yeah, Don, I'm liking the under. I think money's gonna leave my pocket and get on that under. Um, I don't know how much, probably just a unit,
Oh, Don's
because
seeing 160 and a half. You see, I'm only seeing 160. So is that
I got
at the
160 and a half.
casino?
I got
Yeah,
160 and a half.
gotcha. And 3.5. See, so now the offshore has just knocked it down from three to Let me see if the betting slip. They got some nerve, man. They don't have the girls' betting splits up, but they just got the men. That's bullshit.
Yeah,
Time
they
to
don't.
get into the 20th century, 21st century.
Yeah,
So anyhow, with the games tonight, if anybody is interested, let me see here, man. We have, according to DraftKings splits on all the DraftKings across the country, they are leaning. First game, San Diego State -2.5. Florida Atlantic +2.5 is getting 46% of the bets, 55% of the handle. So a little bit more of the sharp, supposedly money is on Florida Atlantic. The public seems to be on San Diego State, but just reverse 54% and 45%. So you can't really look much into that. With the total at 131, they have it leaning to the under, which would make sense. Everybody's going to bet the under. If you ask me that I had to put a bet in, I would put in over 131. If I had to put a play in right now, over 131. What I'd like to do is I'm going to leave the first half alone. I'm going to hope for a slow start. I'm going to hope that we see a 118, 117 type of number, and then I'll grab the over. Maybe even 120, I'll grab the over.
I'll tell you what. There's
Because
another
you're
game.
right, Tease, too. This is a kind of game that has a shot of going into overtime.
Yeah,
Listen, the last game should have been overtime, right? So, um,
I think
let's
I
see.
think
What about
it might be
Miami?
worth a bet, man. Might be worth a bet on a three-way.
What's
But
that? On
there's
the yeah, yeah.
think the draw. There's another game on tonight that I haven't looked into, but I think I'm going to, man. And that's the NIT finals with Columbia and Kansas for the women, man.
Yeah,
I
that I
think I
didn't
might look
follow at
into that
all. I
too.
followed the men's, but I didn't follow the women's. We
I
did
think I
pretty
might
good with
look
the
into that.
NIT this year.
Well, they haven't put any lines out for it, but their FanDuel has lines on it, and
Oh,
the
okay.
game's at 5:30 tonight. I
Oh,
might,
it's tonight the game?
yeah, I might throw some
Oh,
money on that. I'll have to
yeah.
look at it. I haven't really I
Come
don't
on,
really know
guys.
much about Columbia, so but I do like the under in the LSU Iowa game. I will be on Iowa. I'm hoping to get a little better number than 3.5. And the money line, the best I see right now is plus 140 at Caesars. I will be on both. And as far as game one goes with FAU San Diego State, I've got San Diego State -1.5 first half and full game. I took FAU on the money line. I think it was plus 122, and
Ooh,
they're just units, just one unit
I
bets,
got you.
and then
I got you. Look at that parlay,
UConn.
Tease. Look at our boy Frankie Carbone. Gotta like a guy named Frankie Carbone. Your name is Dominic. You gotta like a nine. FAU money line, Miami money line, Clippers money line, Mavs money line. I'll tell you, if you hit it, that'd be a nice one. What's your price? What price did you get on that one, bro? Fill us in. That Miami money line is a little risky one, but listen, that's the one that's gonna get you paid if that one hits, because that's what like +2. I know the UConn was -250 at this point, so interesting play.
Yeah.
I like it. Listen, like I said, I love UConn tonight, but I in no way I would be surprised if Miami won. It's the Final Four game, man. Miami surprised me too many times. I can't be surprised no more, right?
Yo, I got a question, man. Don Play, you have to tell me where you're getting plus 250 on that, man.
+250 on LSU, +3.
Is that right?
That's a parlay +3.5 and under 160. You're getting a +250 line on the two. Wow. Let me see something here.
That's what
We
I'm looking
got.
at real quick because that's. I
Let
mean,
me
I guess
see.
that's right. That's right. It's actually a little on the low side because it isn't a parlay. It's a little over 2.5.
Yeah, I mean it should be.
Should be like 2.6,
Yes,
2.7.
something like that, right?
That's what I wanted to. That's what I was wondering. You might want to check into that, Dom, and get in, do some book shopping on that, bro. But if a some locals are like that, so I can see if that's a local because some locals really fuck you on the parlays.
Even the casinos, fuck you, man. I mean, look at the three-team parlays. You're supposed to really be getting 7-1, a little bit more. You're
My
lucky
boy
if you're getting
Otto,
4-1.
my boy Otto here, man. He's got 40-1 Miami ticket future in his pocket, bro.
Oh, that's beautiful.
They win
That's
tonight, man. I think they got it.
that's beautiful. I mean, that's just such a great fucking number. I mean, that's a golden ticket, man. If they win tonight, you just got a great hedge. You can put a little bit of money in your pocket, and I mean, at 40-1, you got to guarantee yourself some money with that sucker. But
Yeah,
that's unbelievable. That's a
yeah.
good one.
Cam, I do like LSU and the under. Who do I like more, the LSU or the under more? Um, that's a good question, bro. That's a good question. It depends. I really like the under, and I really like LSU. I didn't think about that. What I like more. I probably end up playing both the same, but I'm taking LSU on money line and points, and I'm going to play the under, man. And I'll probably end up parlaying them as well. So, I'll post with the asterisks what I end up playing. I'm going to wait a little closer to game time, see if we can get some Caitlin Clark money in and push that line up a little bit. But I, I'm hoping it goes past 3.5, and I'm hoping it doesn't burn me. But we'll see.
That's bizarre.
What's
You
that?
see that? How
What?
some books are different, man. Now I just went for shits looking at the LSU and the under. Bet online will not let you put that same game parlay in.
Yeah, a lot of books won't let you
They will
parlay
not let
women's
you put that
basketball.
same. I don't bet too many of them, so I didn't know that. But I didn't know that. I didn't know. Wow, they wouldn't let you put it in. Interesting. Very, very interesting.
Yeah,
And
books.
I found out something else that a boy handicap said that a friend of his has Don Best's line service, and they never have the women's splits either. So I get it. I get it.
Yeah,
I guess the college game is tough. They do have the WNBA ones though.
the, the,
That's good.
there's a lot of books that won't let you parlay any women's game with anything.
So I guess they're feeling that it's too easy to cap. I mean, that's crazy.
No, I don't think that.
I
I
mean,
think
what? Why would they limit you on making a wager? They're feeling they got to
because
feel that they're exposed, right?
yeah, they're definitely feeling like they're exposed. There's because I don't think that they have enough money coming in on both
Yeah.
sides. You know
Okay.
what I mean?
Okay. There you go. There you go. That's really the reason, right there. You hit it. They don't have the enough volume coming in to allow something to take.
But
They are exposed because there's not enough money coming in. But it's
but
getting more and more popular. That's for sure.
exactly,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
is.
No, it is. You told me that last year. You mentioned that. Actually, no, it wasn't even last year. I think it was even the year before. You mentioned that this sport's going to start growing little by little, and it definitely did last year. And more people are talking about it this year, and you're seeing it popping up more and more mainstream now this year. So that's good, man. I love it. I
Yeah,
love it, man. I think it's great.
and
I like the
ESPN.
girls' game. The girls' game to me is more like a college game. It's more of a team game.
Yeah,
That's why I don't bet the NBA. I hate the
it's
NBA.
it's more
I
true. It's
hate it.
more
I hate
true.
it.
It's
Yeah,
true. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of bullshit, but once more money comes into it, that's
that
when the
changes
fucking
everything, right?
corruption starts. So,
that that changes everything, right?
yeah. But I mean, I like it, and they've got a lot of games that are on national TV this year for WNBA on ABC, on
Yeah.
ESPN,
Hmm.
on NBA TV. So more every year, there's more and more of these games popping up on prime time and on key slots on the afternoons on the weekends. So I'm
That's
looking
great.
forward to it, man. And you know, um, I
I'm
just
gonna
want
be
to
into
ask.
it more this year. You got my interest peaked again on the WNBA, so that's great. So I'll be tagging along with you,
All right.
learning as I go.
All right, that's what's up, man. Hey,
All
Dom, I
right,
would just want to
nice.
thank you, man, for joining me today, man, and breaking these games
Anytime,
down.
brother.
Love
When you
hanging with
text
you.
me at 1 in the morning, I'm like, oh, I can't say no.
One, it was more like two or three.
Yeah, I had the grandkids sleeping over, so I was up.
That's what's up. I was like, oh shit, Dom, text me back.
Yeah, yeah. They fought the oldest one finally went to sleep at midnight, so I was outside smoking.
There you
And then my phone
go.
went bink. I'm like, oh, it's Tease.
That's
So
what I'm about to do, man. I'm about to twist one up and go put these plays in and just relax the rest of the day, man. But once again, I really appreciate everyone coming out, man. Thank you. Let me run down my plays again. Dom, go ahead, run down your plays first.
I'm
What do
on
you got?
FAU +2. It's part of a 3-team. I got a plus 3-team parlay going, plus 640. The first leg was UAB over, so that's in the bag. I got FAU plus 2. I got UConn minus 240. Then I have another parlay plus 197 with UConn plus minus 240. So that's what I got going on with those games. I got baseball games, of course.
That's what's up. That's what's
And I'm
up.
on Twitter at Dom541. You guys know Team Who-Bangin. And, you're going to be hearing a lot more about Team Who-Bangin coming up. Me and Tees are taking it on our shoulders to make sure that we become a household name.
There you go. There you go.
Love you
I'm
guys,
on.
man. Great chat you got here, Tees. All your loyals. Don Play, you're the man. We love Don Play. Handicap to Cap, Frank Carbone, Handicap Moneyline Cam. Who else is in here? Brian Stevens. Talk Sports with JT. Good man.
Yes,
My
sir.
boy Yo Yee was in before. I love that guy. That guy's cool. G Martinez, of course. Everybody, man. Thanks
Yeah.
for
Hey,
supporting my
I
boy
really
Tees.
appreciate everybody coming out. Kendall, Don Play, Moneyline Cam, Otto, JT. Everybody. Thank you very much, Jimmy Gomez. There he is. Please bet responsibly. Here's my plays once again. San Diego State first half minus the 1.5. FAU plus 122. UConn first half minus 2.5. Miami full game plus 5.5. And for the ladies, man, this is where all my money's going to be. It's going to be on LSU plus the 3.5, LSU on the money line, and I'm going to be on the under 160.5 with the probably parlay that as well. So
Yeah,
let's
I'm gonna
cash
put
some
a little
money.
bit on that too, on that under 160. I like that whole look. I like what you guys are saying. So I will definitely be adding that tomorrow to my
All right.
baseball card. So,
Well, on that,
all right, brother. I'll talk to you later.
all right. My name is